A young woman is trapped somewhere she can't identify. No light, no space. The walls feel like they're closing in. She grabs her phone, hands shaking, and checks for signal. Nothing. She tries to call out. Her voice echoes back at her like the darkness itself is mocking her. And then she goes completely still because she hears something, a faint crawling sound, getting closer, slow, deliberate, like whatever is coming already knows she can't escape. She doesn't even get a chance to react. Something grabs her, violent, absolute, and drags her screaming into the darkness. And just like that, she's gone. Then scene shifts. A group of friends, summer vacation, cold drinks, zero responsibilities. The kind of trip where nothing bad ever happens. But then they meet Matthias. He's traveled all the way from Moscow, and the moment he sits down with them, you can see it in his eyes. Something is wrong. His brother, an archaeologist, came to a remote region searching for an ancient hidden temple, and then just disappeared. No call, no message, no trace. Like the jungle simply swallowed him whole. Matthias asked them one question. Will you help me find him? They say no. Smart. But the next morning, curiosity does what curiosity always does. The idea of a hidden ancient temple, something completely off the map, pulls them in like a magnet. They hire a local guide who drops them near the location and immediately turns around and leaves without a word. Strange. They grab a taxi to go further. But even the driver, a complete stranger with no personal stake in any of this, flatly refuses to go past a certain point. Won't budge, won't explain, just points ahead and says, "From here, you walk." Now think about that for a second. When even the taxi driver won't take you somewhere, maybe you shouldn't go, but they go anyway. The deeper they push into the jungle, the more wrong everything feels. They start finding things along the trail, old objects, crumbling ruins, fragments of something ancient buried under years of growth. And then they find it, an abandoned Jeep. Matthias goes pale. This is his brother's, which means his brother made it this far. And then nothing. They keep moving. Locals they pass along the way don't speak, don't wave, don't even acknowledge them. Just long, cold, unblinking stares that follow them through the trees long after they've passed. Every instinct in their body is screaming at them to turn back. They don't. And then they see it, rising out of the jungle like something the earth tried to bury and failed. The temple. Massive stone staircases stretching toward the sky. Ancient walls completely consumed by thick, dark vines that wrap around every surface like the jungle has been slowly digesting it for centuries. It's beautiful. It's terrifying. And somehow, it feels like it's watching them. They start taking pictures, laughing, excited. And that's the moment everything falls apart. A group of local villagers appears on horseback out of nowhere. No warning, no greeting, just stone-cold faces and weapons ready. The group panics, assumes they've offended someone by photographing a sacred site. One of them steps forward slowly, hands up, offering the camera back as a peace gesture. He's trying to fix it, and then, without a single word, a villager raises a bow and fires. The guy drops. Just like that, 1 second standing, next second gone. The group doesn't think, they run. Straight up the temple stairs, the only direction available. Behind them, the villagers scream something, over and over. And even without understanding the language, the message is clear. You can go up, but don't you dare come back down. At the top, breathing hard, they find 2 abandoned campsites. The missing archaeologists. Their equipment is still here, their food still here, but they are not. And right in the center of the temple, a pit, black, deep, seemingly bottomless. Then a phone rings from somewhere inside that pit. Matthias doesn't hesitate. His brother is down there. He ties a rope around himself and tells them to lower him in. Down he goes, foot by foot, into the dark. And then the rope snaps. He falls from somewhere deep below, screaming. The kind of screaming that tells you something is very, very broken. They rig up a pulley system fast. Stacy volunteers to go down. As she descends, flashlight cutting through the dark, she notices something that makes her stomach drop. The walls of the pit are completely covered in vines, not growing on the walls, fused with them, like veins running through a living body. She reaches the end of the rope. The pit goes deeper still. She has to jump. She lands. Her knee buckles under the impact, but she finds Matthias. He's alive, barely. He looks up at her and says the 4 words nobody wants to hear in a situation like this. I can't feel anything. His spine is damaged. Moving him wrong could finish what the fall started. They relay the situation up top. Amy, who's studying medicine, immediately shuts down the stretcher idea. You don't move a spinal injury patient without proper support, period. Desperate, Amy does something impulsive. She runs down the temple stairs toward the villagers, arms out, begging for help. A gun raises and points directly at her face. No help, no mercy. Go back up. And then, in her panic, Amy stumbles and falls directly into the vines at the base of the temple. The villagers explode with fear. She grabs a handful of vines out of frustration and throws them toward a child nearby. And here's where your stomach drops. The villagers shoot the child. Instantly, without hesitation. Not because of Amy, not because of the throw, because of the vines. That one moment changes everything. Because now they understand, the villagers aren't afraid of these strangers. They are terrified of the plants, and they will do anything to stop them from spreading. Jeff drags Amy back up to the temple. They send the stretcher down, carefully, painfully. Amy and Stacy move Matthias onto it. Every inch of movement makes him scream. They pull him up slowly. He's alive, but just barely. And now the full weight of the situation lands on all of them at once. They cannot go down. The villagers will kill them. They cannot stay. They have almost no food, no water, no signal, and nobody knows they're here. Morning comes. One of them walks too close to the vines and freezes. A human skeleton, tangled inside the plants, completely consumed. And then Stacy wakes up screaming. They rush to her, and what they see, nobody was ready for. From the wound on her knee, vines are growing out of her skin, moving, pulsing, like they belong there. Just sit with that for a second. She didn't just get scratched by a plant. The plant is now growing inside her body, and Stacy, absolutely terrified, says she can feel something moving deep in her stomach. These plants don't just grow on you. They get inside you. They bond with your body at a cellular level. They become part of you. And Stacy's fall into the pit, landing in those vines. That was the moment it started. Before anyone can even process what they just saw, Matthias starts screaming again. They rush to him. The vines have wrapped around his legs, digging in, tunneling deeper into his tissue. Jeff grabs them and pulls, but the damage is already catastrophic. Then, the phone rings again, from down in the pit. Amy and Stacy go back down, following the sound through a narrow tunnel, every surface covered in those same vines. They move through carefully, and then they find her, a girl, dead. Eyes turned completely gray, body so overtaken by the plants that it's hard to tell where the human ends and the vines begin. She's holding a phone in her hand. They take it, check for signal, nothing. And then, the most chilling realization of the entire movie hits them. The phone was never ringing. The plants were making that sound. They can perfectly mimic any noise they've heard. They lured them down here on purpose. Amy reaches out and touches one of the flowers, and the vines snap around her hand instantly. Not reacting, hunting. The vines block their exit, grab their ankles, start pulling them deeper into the tunnel, toward the dark, toward whatever is waiting at the end. Amy tears herself free, but Stacy is completely trapped, buried under vines that are actively pulling her down. Amy refuses to leave. She grabs Stacy and pulls with everything she has. Both of them grab the rope, screaming. And the group above pulls with everything they've got. The vines stretch toward them, reaching, almost desperate. They make it out, just barely. Back at the top, shaking, they piece together the full truth. These plants are not mindless. They are intelligent. They communicate. They set traps. They mimic sounds to lure prey. They infect hosts from the inside and feed on them slowly. And they have been doing this for a very long time. Jeff looks at Matthias, then looks at the group, and says the most brutal thing anyone has said so far. If we want to save him, we have to take his legs. No painkillers, no hospital, no real tools. Jeff gives Matthias alcohol, places a belt between his teeth, heats a stone until it glows, and begins. Every second is unbearable. Matthias screams through all of it. Jeff works as fast as he can, cutting, cauterizing, trying to stop the infection from spreading further. And when it's done, when the severed legs are lying there on the stone, the vines move toward them, slowly, deliberately, and pull them in. The plants are eating him. Night. Jeff tries to sneak down and escape. The villagers are still there, every single one of them, waiting. Back at the top, Stacy hears her own name being called. She steps outside, and then the most terrifying thing happens. She starts screaming at Amy, saying things that make no sense, turning on her for no reason. And then everyone realizes it's not Stacy talking. The plants are speaking in her voice. They've been listening to every conversation, learning every voice, and now they're using those voices to turn the group against each other. While everyone is distracted, nobody notices Matthias. By the time Jeff looks over, the vines vines have entered through his nose, his mouth, threading through him like roots through soil. Matthias is gone. Stacy sees it happen, every single second of it, and something inside her just breaks because she knows. She knows that what just happened to Matthias, the vines entering through his nose, his mouth, consuming him from the inside, that same thing is already happening inside her. Right now, as she stands there, she can feel it moving, growing, threading itself through her body like it owns her. She grabs a knife. She starts cutting herself, frantically, desperately, trying to dig the vines out with her own hands before they go any deeper. The others rush to her, grabbing her arms, trying to stop her, but she's beyond reason now, beyond fear. This is pure survival instinct. And then the flowers start speaking in Stacy's exact voice, repeating her words back to her perfectly, like a recording. Like they've been listening to her this entire time, studying her, waiting for exactly this moment to use it against her. Everyone freezes, because that's when it becomes undeniable. These plants aren't just alive. They aren't just intelligent. They are aware of every single person on this temple. They know their voices, their fears, and they are playing with them. Morning, the villagers spread salt around the entire base of the temple, a barrier, the only thing keeping these plants from spreading into the outside world. Jeff says it quietly. These plants have been evolving for centuries. Adapting, learning. They're not just alive, they're ancient, and they have had a very long time to get very good at what they do. Then Eric comes running. Stacy's condition is critical. The vines are inside her skull now. There is no coming back from this. Everyone knows it, including Stacy. They fall asleep from exhaustion. When they wake up, Stacy is gone. She's outside, alone, and the plants are speaking through her voice, calling to her, guiding her. Terrified of herself, Stacy starts cutting her own body, trying to dig the vines out with her own hands. By the time they reach her, the ground around her is soaked in blood. Jeff tries to stop her. She slashes his hand. Eric jumps in, and in the chaos, Stacy drives the knife straight into his chest. He goes down, and instantly, the vines pull him into the ground. Gone in seconds. Stacy looks at Amy, crying, barely able to speak. Please, end this. Amy can't do it, but Jeff can. He understands. He knows what she's feeling. He knows there's no other way. So quietly, with everything weighing on him, he ends her suffering. Silence falls over the temple like a blanket. Jeff doesn't waste a second. He takes Stacy's blood and covers Amy with it, masking her scent from the plants. He presses the Jeep keys into her hand and looks her dead in the eye. Run. Don't stop. Don't look back. No matter what you hear behind you. He picks Amy up, makes it look like she's already dead, and carries her straight down the temple stairs toward the villagers. They see him coming. Arrows fly. He falls. The leader walks over and finishes it. But in that exact moment, Amy runs from the other side, sprinting through the jungle, lungs on fire, legs giving out, until she reaches the Jeep. She jams the key in. It starts. She drives. She doesn't look back. She drives until the jungle becomes road, and the road becomes civilization. She made it. Except, the camera slowly finds the back of her head. A small patch of green, barely visible, growing. She's already infected. She just doesn't know it yet, and she's about to drive straight back into the world, carrying something ancient and hungry inside her, with absolutely no idea what's coming. Now I want to know, if you were in that group, who would you have been? The one who sacrifices everything, or the one who runs? Tell me in the comments right now. And then, one final gut punch. Two new travelers appear near the temple, laughing, taking pictures, completely unaware, stepping into the exact same trap. The cycle starts again, and that is where this story ends. And if you want more stories like this every single week, subscribe right now.